The greatest theft in your life rarely looks like violence. It looks like politeness, a small request, a quick favor, a harmless interruption. Someone needs your time. Someone needs your patience. Someone needs you to understand. You say yes because you are trying to be good. You say yes because conflict feels unnecessary. You say yes because the moment seems small. But the truth is harsher. Self-respect is almost never destroyed in one dramatic collapse. It dissolves quietly, one concession, then another, a boundary softened, a standard lowered, a silence where truth should stand. You think you are preserving peace, but something else is happening. Slowly and visibly, you are teaching the world how much of you it is allowed to take. Look carefully at your days. Are they truly yours? Or have they become a corridor where everyone else walks through? Notifications vibrate. Messages arrive without warning. Someone asks for your attention. Someone needs your emotional labor. Someone expects your availability. And because you are reasonable, you respond. You adjust. You compromise. You apologize for limits you should never have explained. You absorb tension that was never yours to carry. You give one more chance to people who already revealed their pattern. You remain reachable, understanding, flexible, easy to access, easy to interrupt, easy to consume, and slowly a strange exhaustion appears. Not the exhaustion of effort, but the exhaustion of erosion. The feeling that your life is becoming crowded, that your attention belongs to everyone else. And the quietest tragedy of all, in the noise of everyone else's demands, you begin to disappear from your own life. This pattern did not appear by accident. It is rooted deep in the architecture of human survival. For thousands of years, belonging meant safety. Our ancestors survived because they were accepted by the tribe. Rejection was dangerous. Isolation could mean death. So the brain evolved a powerful reflex: avoid conflict, preserve harmony, do not risk exclusion. This reflex once protected us. But in the modern world, the environment changed. The instinct remained. Today, you are not negotiating with a tribe of 40 people around a fire. You are negotiating with an entire civilization of demands. Emails, group chats, workplace expectations, social obligations, endless accessibility. Your ancient brain still whispers, stay agreeable, stay accommodating, stay accepted. And so you tolerate behavior that violates your peace. Not because you are weak, because your survival system is outdated. It was designed for a village, not for the digital empire that now surrounds you. The result is a quiet contradiction. You try to maintain harmony, but the cost is the slow erosion of your inner authority. 2,000 years ago, Marcus Aurelius lived inside a storm. He ruled the Roman Empire. His days were filled with war, politics, betrayal, petitions, conflicts without end. Noise surrounded him constantly, and yet his writings reveal something remarkable: stillness, clarity, control. Marcus understood a principle the modern world often forgets. A mind without boundaries cannot remain free. In his private journal, what we now call meditations, he repeatedly reminded himself, guard your mind, protect your attention. Do not let external chaos become internal chaos. For Marcus, dignity was not merely calm behavior. It was stewardship, the responsibility to protect one's inner territory. Time was sacred. Attention was sacred. Inner order was sacred. And sacred things are not left unguarded. Stoic philosophy draws a line that is both simple and brutally clear. Some things belong to you. Some things do not. Your judgments belong to you. Your actions belong to you. Your values belong to you. Your character belongs to you. But other things do not. The opinions of others, their expectations, their moods, their demands, these exist outside your control. And yet modern life encourages a dangerous confusion. People begin to believe that kindness means accessibility, that goodness means availability, that empathy means absorbing everyone else's problems. But Stoicism rejects this illusion. Kindness without boundaries is not virtue. It is collapse. Because when everyone gains access to your attention, your time, your emotional energy, your internal structure weakens. And eventually, you begin to live according to other people's priorities. Your silence becomes permission. Your patience becomes entitlement. Your tolerance becomes expectation. This is why Stoics speak about sovereignty, not dominance, not aggression, but inner governance. The ability to determine what enters your life and what remains outside. Boundaries are not hostility. They are architecture. Without architecture, a house collapses. Without boundaries, peace cannot survive. Imagine an ancient lighthouse standing alone in the ocean. Waves strike its stone walls. Storms arrive without warning. Wind howls through the night. Yet the lighthouse does not chase the waves. It does not negotiate with the storm. It stands, silent, stable, selective. Its light serves those who navigate, but its structure refuses the chaos of the sea. If the lighthouse tried to absorb the ocean, it would collapse in hours. Its strength comes from separation, from structure, from the stone boundary between the ocean and the tower. Human dignity works the same way. If every demand enters your mind, if every conflict becomes your responsibility, if every expectation becomes your burden, your inner lighthouse disappears beneath the waves. But when boundaries stand firm, the storms continue. The ocean remains loud, and yet the light remains steady. Stoic philosophy is not theory. It is a practice of sovereignty. 3 principles can transform the way you protect your inner territory. 1. Selective indifference. Not every demand deserves emotional energy. Learn to distinguish between what matters and what merely appears urgent. Most conflicts in daily life are noise disguised as importance. Selective indifference is the discipline of refusing to react to what does not deserve your reaction. Your calm becomes stronger when fewer things are allowed to disturb it. 2. The 5-second boundary. When a request arrives, pause. 5 seconds of silence can restore sovereignty. In that space, ask one simple question. Does this align with my values and priorities? If the answer is no, decline without drama. No explanation, no apology, just clarity. Boundaries lose power when they are negotiated with guilt. 3. Amor fati. The Stoics practiced what they called amor fati, the love of fate, not passive acceptance, but active alignment with reality. Some people will dislike your boundaries. Some will resist your change. Some relationships will fade when access disappears. This is not failure, it is filtration. Reality revealing who respected your peace and who merely used your openness. Amor fati means accepting this process without resentment. Not everything asked of you deserves to be given. Not every demand deserves your attention. Not every knock deserves an open door. True strength is not endless generosity. It is disciplined generosity. Kindness without self-betrayal, warmth without surrender, presence without invasion. Guard your time, guard your attention, guard the quiet architecture of the mind that must live with every choice you allow, because in the end, your life is shaped not by what you give, but by what you refuse to surrender. And if something in these words felt familiar, then perhaps you already know it is time to close a few doors, quietly, without anger, without apology, and step back into the territory that has always been yours.